Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time for Edward. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, randomness, out of the blueness, commentaries, re-reviews, rankings lists, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this is for Edward, for 2 episodes of South Park Season 5, Episodes 3 and 4. Now, Episode 3 is somewhat interesting because it deals with the magician David Blaine. It's not his voice, but they utilize the person. And David Blaine, I've seen quite a few of his videos on YouTube. I find them actually enjoyable. He's a street magician. He'll do insane stunts, but a lot of times he'll also do card tricks. And pretty insane stuff. A lot of his magic, he'll deal sometimes with celebrities who did well by him, understandably so, like Jamie Foxx, Will Smith, even like the LA Lakers. I think there's one with him and Arnold Schwarzenegger is there. If you type in David Blaine, Blaine, it's a lot of fun stuff and insane reactions. And yeah, you watch and you know, I have no idea how the hell he does it. So what South Park did was take him, I guess not his voice, because they rarely have a celebrity voice unless, you know, once in a while they have like a Cheech and Chong. They were on there and maybe a few others, but very rarely, because they'll just do the voice themselves. But David Blaine, his magic causes a cult. And people, they love his magic so much, they get wowed by his magic so much, as if, you know, the magic of Jesus and turning the blood into wine, you know, all that stuff. So as the cult, the kids join, most of them shave their heads, and when they shave their heads, they can't tell who it is. So there's even a point where Stan and Kyle, they're talking to each other, they get confused. Wait, who am I again? You're Stan. And, you know, it's to make fun of the look of the characters. Yeah, if you took away their hair or their hat, a lot of them would look pretty much the same. So I thought that was a clever joke. And while Blaine gets a cult, and he'll do crazier stunts like eat his own head, Stan leaves it, he visits Jesus, because Jesus just happens to be, this is established beforehand, that he just happens to be a guy who just lives in South Park. Again, sorry for my throat. So Jesus realizes that Blaine is an issue and gets the super best friends. So he gets like Muhammad, Buddha, all sorts of figures to try to battle David Blaine, who him and the other kids are going to be part of the suicide pact, that they go to Washington, the suicide cult. Cartman, of course, even tells on Kyle twice. Kyle, even he starts to have doubts. And it gets insane. I mean, by the end, David Blaine like makes the Abraham Lincoln Monument come to life, and so the super best friends, which is of course a take on the super friends of yesteryear, they build their own concrete John Wilkes Booth to go up and shoot the concrete Abraham Lincoln. David Blaine escapes, maybe for another day. I mean, it's another showcase of how crazy and weird South Park can get. How with animation, any plot is up for grabs. Doesn't matter how illogical it may be. It's a cartoon, and you just go with it. And I wouldn't say a ton of it was hilarious, but like I said, there were a few funny gags, like I mentioned. The friends, again, interesting, you know, goofy idea. And they don't really make fun. I mean, they throw in Seaman, the equivalent of Aquaman, and of course they do the joke Seaman. Oh, Seaman, it's Seaman. Yeah, that's why I said Seaman. Which, I mean, that joke you knew was coming a mile away. So there's obvious jokes like that, but overall, I mean, it was a irreverent, goofy, fun episode. That also involves a fucking suicide pact. South Park does seem like a show that could get away with stuff like that. I would say episode 4, though, got to me even more because I do think some of the better episodes are the ones that focus solely on Cartman. Because Cartman seems like you could go a bit further with that character that maybe you can't with Stan or Kyle. Cartman can push the envelope, and then that voice, I think, sells the humor fairly well. And pretty much the story episode 4 is Cartman, this older guy, fucked him over because Cartman's too stupid, because the guy sold him pubic hair for $10, thinking, oh, you want puberty? Here, now you're in puberty. And I did Cartman, even the other kid said, you're fucking idiot. And Cartman realized he's been screwed over. And then this older kid keeps screwing him over again and again and again, outwitting him, even sending him off to pretty much the middle of nowhere. And you see more and more deterioration, mind-wise. And there's some moments of animation, like him in the rain, where the guy's like, "What? You're doing this all for what? It was $10, then it became $16 because he screwed him out of more money. Really, just $16?" And then he burns the money out of Cartman in front of Cartman's face while the rain's going on, for that dramatic effect. Again, the Cartman voice really helps sell that humor. I don't know why. Just anytime I hear that voice, I get like an easy chuckle. And then he plans a revenge, and I thought the episode definitely put a swerve on for me because it showed that, oh, he's making even more dumb mistakes, but no, he becomes like an evil mastermind, at least for 5 minutes. And it shows like how dark it can get. There's a part of you that really dislikes this guy that's bullying Cartman, and he's like, ah, this guy's a prick, this guy's a fucking jerk off. I hope Cartman gets revenge. But then he goes even further where he did this evil fucking mastermind genius plan, Dr. Hannibal Lecter style, where, oh, you thought I was going to be here, or you thought this was going to be here, and you thought I would eat this pie that you put pubic hair in. Well, you know what? I did this, and I did this, and I put it over here, and I knew you would send your parents. Spoiler alert, this is spoilers. 3, 2, 1, spoilers. I was sending your parents over there, and the hunters killed them, and guess what I did with your parents? I put them in the chili, and you're eating your family, nah, 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 nah. I made you eat your parents, I made you eat your parents. And he's looking down, and there's a finger in there. And I must admit, for a sick, like, dark humor element, it did make me laugh. Part of me is like, wow, I'm impressed with Cartman being this smart to, I don't know if that genius ever comes back again. This is a cartoon. It's like, it's here one week, by next week we forget about it. But yeah, for one moment he was a fucking evil mastermind. And even got the kids' favorite band Radiohead to be there. And then Radiohead, I think a lot of times with musicians, they will get the voices for them. So I would say, seems like the South Park guys, they respect musicians more than actors and celebrities. It does say that they respect musicians more, because usually when it comes to that, they will get the actual people to voice it. So like Radiohead sees the guy and goes, oh, he's a crybaby. Oh, look at him trying. He's not cool. Just being a crybaby. So he got his favorite band to call him a crybaby. He got him eating pie with his parents in it, and then Cartman goes up and is licking the guy's tears. You know the phrase, "I lick your tears," or "I drink your tears." Like, I think I even said that. I drink Don Mancini, Don Fettuccine's tears. That's what happened here. And even did like, "That's all, folks." And you're sitting there just almost aghast at like, what the fuck just happened? But very dark. I mean, if The Simpsons did this, I don't think you could pull it off. Even though some of the Treehouse of Horror, there's a little bit of dark aspect, but I don't even think even that to that degree. I think because of the Cartman character, because the one guy was a fucking prick, and because it's a cartoon, if he did his live action, it'd be very hard for that to work. I mean, if you did that for another cartoon comedy, that'd be very hard to work out. I think, because it's Cartman, because it's South Park, because you know a bit of the history of how South Park deals with stuff, you're like, oh shit, and then you go, oh, what am I talking about? It's South Park. Of course, they push the envelope a little bit more. And I guess in a weird way is one of Cartman's shining achievements to get the ultimate payback, and even the other kids are like, yeah, let's not piss off Cartman ever again. Which of course they will in the future, because again, by next week they'll forget about it. But yeah, that one I did rather enjoy. I would say I liked that one more than episode 3. Episode 3 was alright. You know, the Hall of Super Best Friends thing. It was, silly, goofy. This one, again, the Cartman episodes, I do think he's the strongest, like, character, humor-wise, compared to the rest of the cast of characters. And also, it didn't really have any subplots to get in the way. I actually like that and commend that. Because sometimes you'll have, like, another subplot that gets in the way of the main... No, this is the true main story. And it concentrated on, because you just see just how Cartman gets more and more angry and obsessed and pissed off and more obsessed to the fact he fucking goes over the edge like this. So I like that it didn't cut away to, oh, Kenny's doing this, or Kyle's doing this. I don't even know if Kenny died in this episode. I don't know if Kenny died. I don't remember him dying in this episode. If he did, I don't remember how, but I don't remember it happening. If he did, again, I apologize. Forget how it was. I mean, music-wise, animation-wise, like I said, usually they're pretty consistent. The cut, the way it's animated, and you know, once in a while they use other pieces of music, but like in these two episodes, it was mainly focused on their musical score that you typically hear in other episodes. So there was just nothing that struck out to me. But like I said, episode 4, there's a little bit of animation like I do with the rain and him, Cartman showing it just more and more frustration against this guy that kept screwing him over. I think it also helps that he did it to a character that we would never see again. Like if he did this to Kyle's or Stan's or Kenny's parents, maybe you'd be a bit more horrified, but because it's a stranger, maybe it was a little bit easier to swallow, no pun intended. But yeah, I mean, 2 fun episodes, but episode 4, I didn't see that twist coming. Like, I did not see it going that far, and once it happened, because again, the guy looks down and sees his mom's finger, I went, I think maybe for a split second, I guess I thought, oh, you think it went that far, but then the guy realizes, Or the guy showcases, oh no, I screwed you over again. And it ends with Carbon being fucked over again and just getting more pissed. Ah, damn it. And then end credits. Did you see South Park, the guys pulling that off too, but no, Carbon was an evil Hannibal Lecter mastermind, and in a weird way that was kind of fun to see. Not that the parents deserve it, but the prick in a way did. In a like cartoon, over the top way. And like I said, there's not a lot of cartoons I could think of that you could get away with something like that. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.